Everyone, today is Friday, September the 23rd, 2022, and welcome back to another weather video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Tropical Depression 9, which will be forming into Tropical Storm Ian in literally the next couple of hours. Probably when you wake up tomorrow morning, it's going to be a tropical storm, like that quick. Here on your screen right now is a satellite image of Tropical Depression 9. It is, like I said, going to form into a tropical storm, maybe into a hurricane. We'll get into that shortly on the next slide. But anyway, this past week has been very, very active. I mean, we had Hurricane Fiona in Puerto Rico. Still praying for y'all who live in Puerto Rico, who have family members there, because they've been getting hit really hard. With Maria 5 years ago, the earthquakes, and now Fiona, Puerto Rico's been through a lot. So definitely praying for y'all in Puerto Rico. I hope y'all get I just hope the power comes back on. I think the power is still out in Puerto Rico. I just hope everything goes well in Puerto Rico. They've been going through a lot the past 5 years. But we're going to be talking about Tropical Depression 9 and its chances of developing into a tropical storm and into a hurricane. So here is the latest track. Literally a couple hours ago, I think this morning, the National Hurricane Center issued out a full track of this storm. And look at it. Look at your screen right now. You can see that the cone goes into Florida. And those of you who live in Florida, y'all know how it is with hurricanes. Y'all been through hurricanes, but especially the new people who move in Florida, they're not used to hurricanes. So as you can see on your screen, you're like, oh Lord, a major hurricane coming to Florida. Please be prepared. This could change. I mean, that white speckled area right here with the dots, that can change. This area right here, this is probably where the storm is going to head. But this area right here, it can change. It can go to the east, go to the west. But a lot of models, the European model, the GFS model, have said that this storm will be a hurricane and it will hit Florida. The European model and the GFS model have agreed with that. So it looks like by the time we get into tomorrow, this will be just to the south of Haiti. To Sunday, when we get into Sunday, it'll be just to the southwest of Jamaica. Jamaica is under tropical storm warning. So if you have family members down in Jamaica, I pray for y'all. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a hurricane as quickly as it did with Puerto Rico, but we don't know. We didn't expect Fiona to turn into a hurricane as it hit Puerto Rico, so we really don't know. And then we also have some hurricane watches for a couple of these little islands just to the south of Cuba. Then as we get into Monday, it will be a hurricane, Cat 1 hurricane just to the south of Cuba, around Havana, that area of Cuba. Then as we get into Tuesday, it will move over Cuba and it will start affecting the U.S. So please pay attention to what we're going to be talking about for the rest of the video. This will be hitting Florida, potentially. We still have a couple days. I think that's 4 days until this storm is projected to hit your area, 4 or 5 days. But as you can see, as we get into Wednesday afternoon, it's literally just off the coast of Florida as a major hurricane, Cat 3 hurricane. So we still have to keep an eye about this. We still need to, watch out for this. I know I think some people are already preparing for the storm in Florida, but don't take this seriously. I mean, obviously take it seriously, but you know what I mean. Don't take the track seriously. It could change in the next 4 to 5 days. So let's see what is going on with the GFS model. So let's go to the GFS model and let's time it out. So as we get into tomorrow afternoon, as I said, it will be a tropical storm. just to the south of Jamaica. Then as we get into Sunday, it's just the southwest of Jamaica, and it's starting to intensify. We're starting to get into that hurricane status as we get into Monday. Look at it now. 2 days from now, 3 days from now, technically, it will be just to the southwest of Cuba by Monday afternoon. And then this is the new update. And then by Tuesday afternoon, this storm will be in the Gulf of Mexico. So you see how quickly these storms are forming, rapidly intensifying, and then it's a hurricane by the time we get into Tuesday. And then the GFS model has said it's not going to impact the West Coast, not the West Coast, but the Tampa area, the Naples area of Florida. It says it's going to impact the Big Bend area of Florida. And you can see it kind of spins around for a day. According to the GFS, kind of spins around for a day around the southwest, not southwest, but the Big Bend area of Florida. Let's zoom in a little closer. And then as we get into the 30th, I think that is Friday, it's going to impact and make landfall around that area and impact South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina, and then it'll move out into, up near the Northeast. So that's the GFS model. The European model says that this storm is going to do the same thing. It's going to not impact Jamaica, just to the south of Cuba. And then as we get into Monday, it's just to the south of Cuba. Then as we get into Tuesday afternoon, look at it. The European model kind of agrees with the National Hurricane Center. It's just to the southwest of Key West as we get into Tuesday afternoon. And then by Wednesday morning, it'll make landfall, according to the European model, in southwest Florida, around the same area that I think Hurricane Irma made landfall. Y'all remember Irma from, I think, 2017? Y'all remember Irma that hit that area? It'll kind of make that area move through the central part of Florida, around the Orlando area, the Kissimmee area, Daytona Beach. And then it says, the European model says, by the time we get into Thursday, it'll just be off the coast of South Carolina. So those of you who live in the Carolinas, Georgia, has to be on looking at this forecast for the rest of the week, the rest of next week. And then it says it's going to make landfall around the Myrtle Beach area, potentially, as we get into Friday morning, and bring a lot of rain, a lot of heavy wind into this area, move through North Carolina, move through Virginia as we get into Friday and next Saturday. So there's a lot, and I mean a lot of different obstacles that are in our way. There's also a cold front that's moving through this area as we get into next week. So maybe the cold front will kind of push the storm. It's going to make I think it's going to make landfall in Florida. In my opinion, I think it's going to make landfall in Florida. But I'm talking about like going all the way north to Florida, all the way to Georgia and South Carolina. I don't think it's going to do that because there's a cold front, and that cold front is going to keep the storm from moving, north. It's moving to the east, and back into the Atlantic Ocean to re-intensify again and maybe make a second landfall. So this is going to be basically the topic we're going to be watching for the rest of the weekend into early next week as we get closer and closer to potential landfall in Florida. But most of the models, GFS we just went through, the European we just went through, most of the models have said that this hurricane will make landfall in Florida. So those of you who live in Florida, around the Tampa area, Naples, Fort Myers area, even Miami, need to start preparing for the storm. I know it's like 4 days out, but it's going to come real fast. It's going to be like this, and this storm is going to be hitting your area. I mean, y'all are used to hurricanes down in Florida, but it's hurricane season. It definitely is hurricane season. We had a little bit of a lull in the beginning of hurricane season, but the past couple of weeks, it's starting to get active. After the peak of hurricane season on September the 10th, it's starting to get active now. But anywho, I've been talking for a lot, so that's why I've been doing this the whole time. But anyway, thanks for watching this video for today. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I will see you potentially on Sunday, probably on Sunday or Monday, for another update on this storm. It'll probably be a hurricane when I do this video again. But anywho, thanks for watching this video for today, and peace.